Channel Archangel Raphael in Saint Germain here from generally from the park or my house Monday every day. Grateful that you all are all here. Yangtze, Helene. Let's see what else we got in the chat here. Fatima. All right, so Fatima. Sorry, we're missing a few who normally show up, but they will be here like always, I'm sure. And if you're new here, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for when I go live. We are grateful. I am grateful that you are here, and good dawning to you. And we'll let people pile in here. It is Tuesday, so and John already knows. He watched yesterday's live, which is cool. I'm grateful. Lean, blessings, everybody. So yesterday, John watched yesterday's live, so he knows that we're going to drop in on him at the top of the hour here. So if you don't know, John Benny, he goes live. He's in Scotland, and just another mirror of us doing the work. And he does clearing work, and it's amazing. And so we're gonna at 9 o'clock. We don't like secede the channel to anybody per se, but at 9 o'clock this dawning, we will dive over to John and see how he's doing and hang with him. So otherwise, yeah. So we'll give it a few moments, let everybody else pile in here. There's Stony. Good dawning, Stony. Fantastic. Go take Millie, see what she's doing. We're just waiting for her in the chat really to get started at this point, Stony. Send her a text, see what's going on. Say, hey, wake up. But otherwise there, we'll get started here. Thanks, Stony. I appreciate that. There's Millie. I was going to have Stony send you a text there. Good dawning. Welcome. All right, so now we can get started. We've got Millie here. So the core family generally, who's always here, is here, and I am grateful. Meditating in a trance, that is awesome. I'll be honest, I don't do any straight, like sit down, straight meditation. I'll do like dishes would be my meditation, or like walking in the park, or just sitting in my apartment in silence, which I've done since. And there is no correlation, but the moment Trump took his... You should have said it, so now I'll probably ding the video. But nonetheless, the moment the last president, before the current president, took office, I watched his acceptance speech. I turned off my TV. I never turned it back on. And it wasn't because of the person on the screen or anything else. That was my time to stop watching TV. So that November, many moons ago, when we were in a different universe there, collectively as a planet, that's when I stopped watching TV. But yeah. So welcome, Cricket. Welcome. You know what? My tribe, that floors me. Grateful. I'm real grateful for all of this. I don't take any of this or anything here for granted. And hearing tribe of any sort flips me out. So those of you who watch Adam, the Medium channel there, and are going to the retreat, if you watch the Medium channel, that's Adam Bernstein. He will be live tonight, Tuesday night live, but next Tuesday, not this Tuesday, but the 6th, I have Adam Bernstein live. So Saint Germain's going to interview Adam. But for those of you who watch and are going, Millie and Laura have an amazing time throwing a retreat in Phoenician, New York, somewhere in the Catskills, near Woodstock, believe it or not. So you can go be somebody's screaming. So you can be a hippie and hang out with Adam and in Woodstock or near Woodstock and meditate. So there we go. And there's some kid yelling, no running away. Crazy times indeed. We're getting close to the 8-8 portal as well, if you can't feel that deep energy. And there's been a bunch of YouTubers who are talking about today being a heavier energetic day. Personally, I don't feel it. But if you're feeling the energies, and it could be part of astrology and just part energies in the universe, maybe not your universe, because there's the larger universe of planet Earth that's going on. So if you're feeling that, certainly try to ground in a little bit more, hit your feet. But lived in Woodstock for 6 months. That's awesome. My dad dated Max Yasgur's second cousin, if that makes any, but she's in Chicago. She was also related to Neil Diamond, if that makes any sense. So not only is she related to Max Yasgur, but she was also related to Neil Diamond in the same family. So there we go. So we're going to speed this up a little bit since we are going to bomb John at 9 o'clock, and I'm sure Millie or anybody there who would like to can throw that into the chat as we get closer to 9 o'clock. And the reason why do we bomb John at 9 o'clock, and why I'm not giving up my show or anything at all. I mean, yesterday was 45, almost 50 minutes. And by the way, it's my first video with over 200 views. That was amazing. So yesterday's, do you all know I swallow cum? No, we don't. But yesterday, we had over 200 views. I'm not sure. Maybe YouTube doesn't. It hangs on the little channels and hangs them little for a while. Eventually, they have to let you go. So maybe I'm starting to break through the algorithm. I don't know, but it's weird because I can get a short, and there's no difference between one short and the next, and I could still look like, well, the weird pictures you freeze me, and I'm channeling Saint Germain, so I look weird. But they could have the same odd look on both of them as the picture of the short, and one will get 350 views and one will get like 30, and there's no difference. I mean, even the title may even be better on the 31, like more catchy. But I don't understand the algorithm. It's not for me to understand, I guess. But I'm just grateful. Somewhere we broke through a wall, like the fifth wall here with YouTube, because there is a wall with YouTube that you got to break through, and 200. On a video for me, I'm floored and grateful and thankful. So we've been working with ISIS to do protection, and we've been doing cord cutting. Is there any cords that anybody needs to or wants to cut? Anything? Thank you. Hit the like. I appreciate that. I never think about it. But yeah, that's the other way, the algorithm. This is all like an energetic, we're talking about universe and how everything's energetic, right? YouTube is a massive energetic game, and it's really, there's YouTubers who are out there who put out like 4 or 5 hour videos on how to play the game. I'm just kind of playing. I haven't watched any of the crazy ones, but yeah, it's an energetic dance, and you got to say the right things. And theoretically, I post too much because you don't want you posting every day, and then you post, but I'm not posting the right amount of shorts. I don't know, but there is a formula to get through the wall, and I think we're finally crashing through it, and I'm grateful. And if you watch this, Stony Throws, who hit the thumbs up there for Josh. She has her own channel too. I'll throw a link, or if somebody, Millie, wants to throw. There we go. Thank you. So we all try here. Not all of us are creators. Fatima, Millie, myself, Stony. I don't know who else is in the chat here who's a creator here. But we're all trying here just to show us show our universes. I don't know. I don't know the reasons why like Stony would create versus why Fatima's creating versus why I'm creating. For myself, I don't want anybody to go through the hell I went through. It's, to be honest with you, I don't want anybody. I went through 7 years of the dark night of the soul, and on and off. I mean, it's not like literally 7 years of sitting there crying, but that same October there when T became president, there we go, 45 or whatever, I don't know. But anyways, when T became president, that's when my dark night kind of just fell in. And it's only been really this year that I've kind of flipped through the other side, so to speak. And I don't want anybody to have to take that long. You don't need to take almost 2 presidential terms to in the United States, 8 years in a crazier way, 7+ years to go through that. And that's the whole reason why I'm channeling. It's not why I'm channeling. I'm channeling because it was just, here you go. Sometimes your spiritual gifts, I'm going to put this out there. You're not always in control of the spiritual gifts that are given to you, but you are in control of what you do or don't do with them. So one day you could be sitting there, and like Stony, her gift is that she can read and see cards. So she has a seeing ability. I'm sure there was a day where she didn't, and then there was a day where she did. And so it's like, what do you do with that ability once it lands within you? That's the question. And so I'm just doing this because I don't want anybody else. I mean, there's more to it, of course, but I don't want anybody else to have to go through 7 years of hell like I did. And Saint Germain doesn't either. So that's why we're focusing on helping you to create your universe in a way more timely and easier fashion than dervishing through the hell that I went through over seven years. Not to say that anybody's dark night of the soul needs to take that long. And honestly, as we ascend and as the grander source field gets lighter and people like you guys are ascending, then the people who are ascending now, the newer ascension, they don't have to go through all that heaviness as much because the collective is lighter. when I went through it, when sure most of you guys went through it, the collective was a lot heavier at the time, and the ascension energies were a lot heavier. They weren't there as lightly, as prevalently as they are now. So yeah, that's the reason why I do all this. So if I'm going to cut some quick chords here, and then we're going to do a quick channeling and jump over to John and show support. And again, the reason why I do John, if I don't really know John or anything, he's just just YouTuber. But he lives in Scotland. But when I was in my dark night of the soul at 3 a.m., which was like noon to John, he'd be dropping his music videos, which at the time was his big thing. And when you're sitting there at 2 o'clock in the morning and you're writing it out and going through it, doing the work, so to speak, seeing a video from John and his music was kind of what I needed at the moment. 432nd hertz, it was chill, and it kind of grounded me out. And it's not even about repaying that. It's John's. We're all light workers here, and so anybody who's really of the light, we should support them. And unless they're like, should, but it's nice to support them. We're all of the light. We're all source, just trying to show how source is, how we're source in some fashion. So there we go. But at any rate, so we're going to cut some quick chords here, and today we're going to cut chords with the Matrix. So, if you're carrying anything dense from the Matrix, and the Matrix not meaning the movie, we're talking about the 3D universe you see when you open your eyes, the dense field of Earth as a whole. Maybe you have something that you watch on the box that has left tendrils on you that you want to drop. Maybe it's the news or the infotainment. If you were sitting in the airport and you had to watch CNN or something, and 4 hours later you've had enough of staring at CNN that you could fill it to the brim. So you want to cut those cords. Or maybe it's dealing with something within the Matrix. Maybe your bank is giving you a hard time. Or maybe it's the power company. These are all situations that truly don't even need to exist if we find our sovereignty. But nonetheless, we all have to deal currently with the power company, although there's a timeline where we all don't have power companies. You do realize that. Maybe we'll find that timeline again one day, but nonetheless, maybe you're getting medical bills that we hopefully won't have to get soon, and your med beds. But nonetheless, if there's something within the Matrix that you are dealing with, or it's dealing with you, or you're having to put energy into it, and you want to cut the cord from the darkness of it and the deepness of it, and whether you're paying the bill or not, or whether it's an institution that you're still dealing with, or something else, we all got crap in the Matrix that we have to deal with, so to speak. And so whatever that is for you, we're going to cut the cords. We obviously, if you have a house, you can't cut the cord from the power company. But if you have a past due bill, or if you've had issues with them, or if they cut your power off accidentally or whatever, you can cut that energetic cord. If you're dealing with a doctor who's given you a diagnosis that you disagree with and you're going for a second opinion, you can cut that energetic cord from the diagnosis and the doctor. Whatever it is that's going on in the Matrix in your universe, having trouble with the lawnmower guy, mowing your lawn, whatever it is, car in the shop. These are all things we have to deal with, so to speak, in this 3D universe. Even if we're walking around in a higher vibration, we still have to deal, so to speak, with all these things. So we're going to cut the cords there. So whatever it is for you, and I can't state that. If you're watching on the replay or on rewind or what have you, and you are cutting cords as well, look into your universe and see, for me, it's dealing with my landlord, for example. A month ago, I said I want to re-sign my lease. At least I came to that realization that, okay, I can't move out on the money anyways. So I didn't, and I still haven't currently have the money. And at this point, I don't want to pay month to month either. So it's like, all right, I'll re-sign and ground into where I'm at. I can do that. And if I want to get out of here, then I work towards it and move in a better manner. Fine. A month later, they still haven't got my lease together. So there you go. So that's something I'm throwing into, and kind of concerned because today's the 30th, and 2 days is the 1st. Am I going to see month to month, or am I going to see my regular payment? I don't know. Month to month is almost $400 more. So let's see what happens. But that's what I'm talking about when we're dealing with the Matrix. So whatever's working for you, we have techniques. You can use the chalkboard, write it out. So for me, I'm going to write landlord on the chalkboard. Whatever works for you. So go ahead and clear those cords. I'm going to use the chalkboard technique. You can slice it, dice it. You can throw it into a blender and spin it up and pour it out into the garbage or into your sink. Whatever you choose to do, we're just dumping the energies. So for me, I'm going to put it on the chalkboard, landlord. my lease. Then we're going to erase it. And what we're doing symbolically is clearing any energetic blocks in our universe so that we can have a better day. And so I'm not going to sit here and think about my lease. I've cleared it. I give it to my universe who will take care of it for me. And I know that when we roll around to Thursday there and I get my lease or my bill, it'll be the regular rent and not $4,000 or $400 more. And I have to run up there and more dealing with the matrix. So clear and smooth. Where in your universe can you see it as clear and smooth? You are in, I mean, you're not, but you are in control of the energetics in your universe to an extent. So, and if you want to partner with Saint Germain and Archangel Raphael to help clear that, even better. You could also ask Archangel Michael to remove any blocks to whatever's going on within whatever you're clearing. There's a million different things you can do, but the idea is that we're opening up so that you can see these. And in your universe, when something happens, maybe you're dealing with something and it's just not working out, and you have to work on it today. So you go and do so, and as you're working on it, it's still not working out. Cut those cords right there. Okay, this isn't working out. Take it. I'm going to release this and stand in more love. Erase. And you can do it right while it's going on. We're just trying to provide you, I'm just trying to tools that I didn't have that I do now that have really changed my life. That's what this is all about. So I'm going to bring in Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain. We've got 10 minutes for a quick channeling here. And then at 9 o'clock, I'm sure Saint Germain, he's a better timekeeper than I am. I pop my eyes open there. It's usually about the right time. We're going to dive over to John there and say hi to him. And if you're diving over to John, when we do so, if you put your name and you put it all in all caps, you have to be fast. Put it in all capitals there. John offers, and he's not charging anything, and it's an amazing deal. And may his universe repay him tenfold for what he's not charging to the people who he's doing it for, which you could do easily. If you want an energy clearing, or if you want a reading, or if you're looking for see where there's blocks in your universe, whatnot, or maybe your next steps, John has an intuitive way to get in with your guides to do so. So when we flip over to John, if you join and we on the rollover there, get into the chat and put it in all caps as fast as you can that you want a clearing or a healing or what have you, and John will get you there when we're doing that. Vivian, good dawning. Welcome. We're going to go dive bomb John here in about 10 minutes. You caught the channeling here. I was just telling everybody there when we flip over to John, and she's a moderator on John's channel. When we flip over to John there, that get in there, get it in all caps, and put your request in there for a clearing or for a tarot reading, like a reading. Doesn't do cards. He just intuitively gets with your guides, or and moving energetic blocks, whatever you're looking for in your universe, and John can help with that. And so that's one of the reasons why we dive over there as well, is that you can get that clearing, because it's important to clear your energies however you choose to do so. And John's he's an awesome portal to help do so, and get you straight for the week. So we're going to channel real quick. I'm going to bring in Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain. Countdown from 5. I'm a semi-conscious channeler, more conscious now. I've been working, if you watch Tuesday night live tonight, I probably have my eyes open most of it. It just depends on how bright it is in my apartment. But here we go. So I'm counting down from 5 to center in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good dawning, and welcome to Good Dawning with Mr. Floyd. We are Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain. We are channeling through Josh for you, to you today. And we say the same thing every day. And we say this again so that you know that it is us channeling through Josh. And of course, Josh is not so animated anyway. So of course, this is Saint Germain channeling to you. And we are grateful that you are here. And yes, we are going to bomb John Binney. He already knows we are going to bomb him because, he watched the live yesterday, which is amazing. But that's good because he feels his energy. He feels good. He is sitting there now getting ready for his program. Think about this in your universe. If you know that you have support, if you know that there's somebody that's going to come up behind you, like for Josh, he knows that certain people are in the chat. Henny, Millie, for example, you are not required to be there, but do you not think that for Josh, when he sees you in the chat, or when Vivian shows up, or whomever is in the chat, Stony pops in, it does not make him feel good, of course. He is channeling, he's doing this for you, and if you are showing up, he is feeling good. If there was nobody there, he would still do this for whomever is going to see, but the fact that you are showing up on a daily basis means a lot to him, and a lot to Saint Germain, and it means a lot to your universe. We're not saying you have to do this every day or whatever. You show up however you choose to show up, but we are grateful.
For Josh, for example, his universe has been quiet. We are not going to lie, and we are not going to, you are showing up, and it is filling his universe. It is making him feel good that there are people who are supporting this and who are gaining from this. That's why we go over to John. When you are stepping out onto your own, now Josh is not completely on his own yet. Although if you want a one-on-one session with Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, with myself, you see he's working to be on his own, then you can do so. Millie will put the information in the chat. All you have to do is email Josh at mrfloydchannelings@gmail.com. And Jennings with an S, of course. And then we will set it all up for you. We are here to help you to build your universe. As you heard, Josh had turned off his TV the moment Trump walked off stage there. And he had been elected the president-elect. And he turned off the speech. And it wasn't because of the president or anything else. It was his time it was just timey, of course. And it makes for a good story. Well, I saw him get elected president. I watched the acceptance speech, and then I turned off the TV forever, so to speak. We are not correlating the two, and please don't. Josh does not play in the politics anymore. He used to. A lot of you guys might have used to been the drama queen, so to speak, the conspiracy people. Before you wake up, you can be the conspiracy person. Where you are waking up, you're going, why are there X's in my sky and these lines of clouds, or why are this or that, or what is going on? You see the matrix falling apart, or the thinning of the veil within the matrix before you wake up to your dense trauma body and you are sauce, generally speaking. And you might run around like that for a while, and so Josh did, and that's why when he turned off his TV there and then he grounded that's when he fell into his dark night of the soul for him. But we are grateful that you are here, and we are going to go bomb John Binney, so he'll be grateful that he sees all of us go into his channel. It is supportive. You have no idea when you are doing this on your own, when you are out there on your universe, so to speak, and you are like, okay, I'm going to trust my universe. That's a big deal to get out there and to put out all those energetics. We're going to try the open eye channeling with no glasses, but then everything is blurry. But nonetheless, you can see that you are channeling with the open eye. We are trying, because we want Josh to be able to do this in a different way as well, like to get up. You do not have to see him always sitting on his ass, so to speak. We're going to bring the glasses on, because if you wear glasses and you take them off for a longer period of even a minute or two, and you're not used to wearing your not glasses and everything is blurry, it's like stepping into a whole new universe, so to speak. And remember back in the day, you may not, when your TV would get fuzzy and then you'd have to go bang on the TV or get the vertical hold. Kind of the idea with the glasses, so to speak. And so you don't want to get dizzy or anything, so we put the glasses back on. But we are grateful that we are going to go and watch his universe. It's all about, we are here for support. We are going to make this today's message, and it's not going to be very long. Who are you supporting? Your universe. Everything is about energetics, correct? So in your universe, what are you supporting energetically? Where are you leaning your energetics? You are a big person. You have lots of energy behind you. You are pushing other energetics. So if you are watching Josh, or you are watching John Benny, or you are watching whomever you're watching Stoney as she is throwing her cards on YouTube, for example. You are supporting them. It is your energy that is driving the job, that what they are doing. Do you think John would have a much better time if you are sitting there, he's sitting there and there's nobody watching? Or if Josh was channeling and Mr. Floyd channels, there's no channeling, there's nobody there to watch. You would still channel, but where would the energy be? The energy comes from the people watching, from you, from the symbiotic relationship between the audience and the channeler, for Josh, or for Stoney, or whomever. It's the symbionts between, symbolism, the symbiotic relationship that you have with your audience. And if you are doing this and there's nobody there, well, you are still going to maybe do it, but there is no energy behind it. You are the reason that the energy exists. You are the reason for all of this. This is not just Josh decided to get up and do the good dunning with Mr. Floyd, although he did one day. Although it was kind of, you don't just decide to do anything in your universe. I want to state that again. You just don't ever just decide to do so. There are energetic movements that you make. There are things that roll in your head. There are thoughts that you have first. There are energies you are looking to change. Whatever it is, there are deeper reasonings why you would do something. And for Josh, he was, of course, tapped on the shoulder by Saint Germain to say, hey, what are you doing? You need to channel more. So we tapped him on the shoulder and said, hey, you are channeling just once a week. That's where the idea, oof, poof, you get the grand inspiration. Is it you? Is it Saint Germain? Is it Archangel Michael giving Josh the grand inspiration, or give John the grand inspiration to do the lives on Tuesdays and Thursdays? We don't know. But it showed up into his universe to, hey, go do this in the dawning. Now, we are not going to say where that came from, but we are grateful that you picked up on the energetics of that and you are here. That is the whole point. We are all symbiotic. We are all helping each other. Your energy, your flow, helps other people's energetic flow. I'm going to repeat that in a way that you might, so you can understand that your energetics, the fact that you are here, like if you go to a concert and everybody is screaming, woo, at the concert, that is the energetics of the concert. The band is going to feed off of that. Hopefully not into that ego, of course, but they're going to feed off of that and they're going to play. They're going to be charged to play. It's no different than seeing Stony or seeing Millie pop up or whomever, Helene Ganksy, whomever it is, pop up into the audience, into the chat. That is, Josh's energetics goes up. He is now more energized to channel. He is more grateful to be here. And he is now seeing that those people who are here generally on a daily basis are supporting his universe as he is trying to support theirs to be the best universe ever. That is what it is all about. It is not wanting people to have to go through the universe that Josh had gone through, the lone time, the not understanding how or why or what, the 3 a.m. and nobody to call. You could email Josh at 3 a.m. if he was up. He might even reply. We understand, and there may at some point be even a hotline or things that he is looking to set up, because the dark night of the soul is the darkest place a human can go, pretty much. And if you are sitting there in that dark space and you have nowhere to go and you got nothing to do, you are just losing your mind and you have no one you can call. It is a slice of hell. We are not going to disagree, because you have no way to get out of it. You have nobody who would understand. You have no one you can call. It's 3 a.m. You are sitting there. Your worst traumas are coming up. You are feeling empty and dark. It is not a fun place to be. So that is one of the reasons why we are here. And if you feel that, and you are sitting at 3 a.m., not to say that Josh might be up, but he will reply when he sees it. You can send him an email, for example. We are not asking you to flood his emails, of course. And there might be somebody who sends him an email of something stupid because we are on YouTube. But if you are sitting in your dark night and you go, I cannot handle this anymore, you send him an email. Eventually, you never know. Maybe there'll be a hotline or something. But we need to have something better than we do have now to support those who are in that dark night in planet Earth, who are on this planet, in this terrestrial field, who are losing their space, when they cannot figure out their energetic space at 3 a.m., when they are losing their touch with reality, so to speak, some place to go so that they understand, or some place they can go online, or some place they can call, so that they can understand that they are heard. They are not in a crazy spot, and it is just their dark night. If you are sitting there in that, or if that has happened to you, remember, it will pass. You do not have to hold on to those dark energies. And for Josh, you have erased a lot of his dark night just by showing up here. This is his energetics to bring to the universe. This is his way of repaying, right? We all do something, whether it's you see an ambulance. Even if you just see an ambulance and you go, favor and love to all involved in this ambulance ride. Whoever's driving the ambulance, whoever it's going, whoever is in the ambulance, so much love and favor. You are doing something. That is huge energetic somethings. So from your end, Josh is grateful, and I'm sure John is going to be grateful as well, because we're going to end this channeling here in a moment. We are Archangel Raphael in Saint Germain, and we have channeled. We are going to go over and bomb John, because it's important. He sees us show up, and his energetic field lights up, and he's like, wow, I am seen. I am doing what my work is seen. What I am doing has meaning. And that is important. And we are going to help him to see that. And if you get a reading from John, tell him that this has meaning. This is important, and I am grateful. It may not be the most important thing you do. It might be. You might not really find it important. But if you don't, then don't say that. But it really kind of is, because he is clearing your field. You are not going to find too many people. You are not going to go to McDonald's today and find the drive-through operator clearing your energetic and arc field. As a matter of fact, the drive-through operator is going to hand you something to clog up your energetic and arc field, most likely. Ha, ha, ha. So there you go. These are great services, and he's not charging you a dime. So repay the energies in kindness and love, and just be grateful. Because when people are giving them of themselves for free, they're gifts that the universe has given them, when they could easily charge for that as well. That is a blessing, and you are blessed. And so we are going to be blessed. We are releasing transmission, and we are going to go visit John. So there we go. All right. Really quite simple. You're welcome, Angela. I love you. I'm grateful for all of you. You're the wind. You are all the wind in my sail. And when I sit there and I look through the chat and I go, all right, who's here? Who's not here? Oh, wait, there's Millie. Poof. There's Helene. Poof. Whether you show up or not, I understand you all have lives and everything else. But the fact that when you pop into that, there's meaning to that in my heart, in my soul. And it means a lot. And it means something to me. And I'm grateful. And beyond words grateful. And so that's why we go to John. And so for that, good dawning, everybody. Much love. And if you can, Millie, can you throw John back in the chat real quick there? We're going to go ahead and flip over to John Benny here and dive his chat. We won't do this, just Tuesdays. He goes live Thursdays as well. So Thursdays finish and we go over whenever we finish. But today, Suzette, welcome. Grateful. Love you. And Suzette, grateful. You see, you pop into the chat, seeing you. Poof, Suzette, she's in the chat. Yes, see, that's awesome. All right, we're going to go flip over to John. Love you guys. Stay awesome. Stay beautiful. And I will see you tomorrow in the dawning. ISIS should have been uploading behind this as well. Unless the cell signal at the park's kind of weak, but it should be up as well. And I will see you in the next. I'm going to meet you guys over at John's. Much love.